Welcome to Valdymas Project Read with Dr. Joshua Kolawole. This series is designed to reposition you for excellence in academics, career, and business. Let's dive in as we unravel nuggets essential for excellent living.
Thank you for joining me today on this Valdymas College Project to Read audio series. READ is an acronym for Restoring Excellence into Academic Diligence. We know that all readers are leaders. Therefore, my focus this morning is to develop your leadership competence, your character, your compassionate and consistent nature. I hope to shift your mindset from a socialized mind to a self-transforming mind. I am Dr. Joshua Kolawole. My transformation initiative is directed at senior secondary school students, A-level candidates, undergraduate and postgraduate students of various tertiary institutions, young working class professionals, and business executives. Why not join me today as we discuss the concept achieving your set goals? Achieving your set goals. I would love you to take a comfortable learning position so that you can enjoy this discourse this morning. I would start by asking you this question. Do you know that lack of goals in your life will make you just be serving the goal of others? Do you know that if you do not know who you are, you will have to answer to who you are called? Do you know that if you don't know the truth about yourself, if you're not holding on to the truth about yourself, every lie becomes a possibility. Every lie of different pathways to make money, different pathways to become great becomes a possibility for you. Do you also know that if you don't know where you're going in life, if you don't set goals for yourself in life, life will drop you at any bus stop? And so what is a goal? A goal is an end toward which an effort is directed. What is the end? The things you hope to accomplish in your life. A goal is an idea of the future or desired result that a person or group of persons envision, plan, and commit to achieve. There are different kinds of goals. There is the goal that is based on an outcome. That's the final outcome. There's the one that is based on your performance, and there's the one that is based on the process. But the most important classification for goals that I need you to understand today is there are what we call stepping stone goals, like a student who will write a WAEC exam and then get to write a JAMB exam or an A-level exam and use it to progress into the university. And then when you graduate from the university, you can use your first degree to progress to get a second degree, to get a third degree. So if the ultimate goal is to get a PhD, then an SSC result and an A-level result are stepping stone goals. And they could even be short-term goal, 12 to 24 months. And then there's also the medium term, the long term, and then a lifetime goal. So, and all these goals are critical. What are the characteristics of goals? Goals have importance. I need you to know that the attractiveness, the intensity, the relevance of that goal to your life is very important. For some people, the goal of marriage is more critical than academic goals. And for some people, the goal of excellence in career is more important to them than religious goals. We all run different kinds of goals. And I would also tell you that the difficulty of each goal is different from each other. Goals are more specific than themselves. And the most important thing is to make sure your goals are very clear, they are specific. And we will get into that in a few minutes. There are also what we call different time range over goals. There are some goals you want to achieve immediately, and there are some goals you can wait over time to achieve them. And then what's your level of consciousness with this goal? And finally, the complexity of the goals. Some goals have more complexities than another goal. So I can imagine a student hoping to study some courses in the university. Some courses have more complexity than another. So you need to understand that whatever you set out to achieve, whatever the goal is, then they would have varying complexities. I have some questions for you this morning. Have you made your goals specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable, and is it relevant to your destiny? And have you time bound the goal? And I would urge you that if you're not specific, the most important part of setting a goal is to avoid vagueness. Before the end of this year, I want to have contributed 155,000 naira into an account that will be my leverage to be able to start my master's program next year. That's 2023. So you have given it a specific timeline. You want to aggregate a certain amount of money into an account for you to be able to take on a master's next year. And this is quite important. You need to be specific. You need to make it measurable. It has to look achievable. Now, the 155,000 naira, how much of it, how do you divide it into different months? How much from each month or each quarter or each half of the year do you want to save into this account? This is very critical. So your goal must be specific. It must be measurable. It must look achievable based on your current prevailing conditions. It must be relevant to your lifestyle. It must be relevant to what you're doing currently. I can imagine a student who is just writing SSE talking about a master's next year. That is not achievable, and that is not even relevant to his current prevailing condition. And this also goes to business people. Once you take on a job, once you take on a project, once you start a business, you must give your business some specific target. And I would urge you, commitment is key to bring clarity. Every goal must be butted on clarity, including business goals. I'm ordering 150 copies of my product from China, or 150,000 copies of my product from China. What are your marketing goals? What are your marketing goals? Are you specific? You cannot be in a state or in a community where the average population of those who are using your product will not be more than 50,000, and you'll be ordering 150,000 copies of your product, hoping to sell it among 50,000 people, except you already plan to open up other market channels. So make sure your goals are clear, make sure they are specific. In fact, more importantly, make sure they are measurable. Put a figure to them. When you put a figure to them, it makes your life easy. And then make sure you have a time bound for everything you do. I want to urge you that aside from specificity, I've emphasized clarity. Clarity is kindness to you. You see, there is a part of a writing that says, write the vision, make it plain, that he may run with it, those who read it. Write the vision, make it plain, that is, make it clear. Clarity is kindness to your own mind, to your body, to your spirit. You must show clarity. In anything you're doing, there must be clarity. Let me tell you, lack of clarity is cruelty. Cruelty to yourself, cruelty to your system, and cruelty to your society. Clarity births the understanding of the why you want to achieve the goal. What is that drive that wants to make you achieve the goal? You must have clarity of roles. That is, what am I supposed to do? You must have the clarity of order, organizational order or personal order. What would I do first? What would I do second? What would come third? Okay, so before I place the order, do I start marketing? Do I start getting people's interest? Must I have done marketing survey? And then after ordering the product, I'm expecting the product. What are the things I need to get? I need to get a warehouse. I need to get things. So, and even to students, before you engage in a program, you need to read, you need to prepare, you need to study. Before you engage in an exam, you need to measure your capability. You need to buy books. You need to read. There must be clarity. And even as a business owner or a young working class professional, you need to read books. You need to read books that keep you disciplined. You need clarity on the books that you need that would help your productivity on that job Don't just get a job and depend on the orientation that is done for you. You need to keep reading. And when you read, you must make sure that you digest, internalize the stuff, contextualize it into your own environment, and use it to advance your productivity. Clarity is critical. Clarity is the key to life. In fact, clarity births action. Clarity births action. I want to also tell you today that you must show accountability. You must show accountability. Accountability in these three ways. Number one, speaking out loud on what you want. If you're a marketer in an organization, you can even give yourself a personal target apart from what the organization is giving you. And you must keep declaring it. But declaration is not enough. It's good to keep declaring, to keep speaking out loud. It's good to do that. But it's not only enough. You must share your goals with people who believe in you. That is a mentor, a coach, a leader, someone who's gone through that pathway before. You must share your goal with those who believe in you so that they can help you build capacity. It's one thing to declare, but it's the second thing to pursue capability to achieve a result. And the ultimate thing is that you must be accountable to those mentors, or if they're a family or a friend, they must be able to confront you with the reality. When you're derailing from your path and they're confronting you with reality, that is not the time to run away from them. That is not the time to take on the emotional cover of they are judging me. That's not the time to take on the emotional cover of they are wicked to me. They don't want me to succeed. That's why they are putting this high pressure on me. No, they are not. They are actually building your capacity. Without capacity, no matter how much you declare or how many words you speak, the lack of capacity is going to destroy your results. You must understand that life dwells on building capacity. Just imagine this scenario. If you find yourself in a surgical room and you're told that Surgeon A manages to escape from medical school, in fact, they have to just pass him by mistake, and Surgeon B is the best, is the most competent, and he has solid character, and they tell you, unfortunately, Surgeon B is not around, but Surgeon A is the one that is going to do your surgery. What would you do? Even you as a person will want to run away. Or imagine if they tell you the pilot that is flying this aircraft is not so competent, but he's so compassionate. He loves kids, he loves people, but he's not that competent. A lot of times he has managed to just escape through turbulence and all those. But you have this other group of pilots, they are excellent, they take off well, they land well and everything. Which one would you want to choose? Even you as a person will want to choose competence above complacency. So I am telling you today, if you're going to be accountable, then you must be a person of competence. You must be a person of character. So you cannot afford to just say, I want compassionate people around me. Those who will organize a pity party for you. So as a student, we need a mentor, a coach who is an integral of competence, character, compassionate nature, and who is doing this consistently. These are the kinds of leaders the world needs. I'm urging you today to keep listening to this series, and by next week I would continue on the concept of visualization, which is another key goal in achieving your goals. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Valdymas Project Read with Dr. Joshua Kolawole. We invite you to join us on our social media platforms for more inspiring and life-transforming contents. On Instagram at JoyfulJosh2020, Facebook, Valdymas Cup, YouTube at Valdymas Project Read, or you can log on to our website www.valdymasedu.org. This program is powered by Valdymas College of Advanced and Preliminary Studies, Ilorin. For more information, please call or WhatsApp 0806 1716 217 or +168 23 75 0282. Please join us again on this station, same time next week. Be inspired.